Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we break down the biggest political stories that the mainstream media might not want you to hear. Today we're diving into something that's been making waves after the recent debate. And no, we're not talking about Trump's fiery responses.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in, they're eating the cats.
We're talking about the fact that media outlets like CNN and MSNBC are calling out the debate moderators for not holding Kamala Harris accountable and not fact-checking her during the debate. You might have noticed that it felt like Trump was outnumbered, with the moderators teaming up to protect Kamala.
He's running. I don't understand it, but I'm okay with it because
your time is
I think we're going to do very well.
We've got a lot more to get.
And Biden, by the way,
President
gets paid
Trump,
a lot of money.
Thank you. We have a lot of issues to get to.
But we have a president,
Mr. President,
that doesn't know he's alive.
Your time is up.
They didn't do what they were supposed to do.
I want to move
and
on.
These
Trump, we have to move on. President Trump.
Let's turn to policy, please.
6 months for an operation that you need immediately.
President Trump, thank you. We have another issue that we'd like to get to.
Even some of the usual suspects in the media were surprised by how the debate unfolded. It seemed more like a 3 versus 1 showdown. The moderators asked Trump tough questions, while Kamala seemed to get softball questions that weren't followed up on. And guess what? A whistleblower from ABC might be ready to come forward and expose that Kamala was given the debate questions beforehand. You heard that right. ABC might have given her the answers before she even stepped onto the stage. So not only was she shielded during the debate, but she might have been handed the script before it even started. If this turns out to be true, it's a massive scandal, not just for Kamala, but for ABC as well. Now, CNN and MSNBC aren't exactly known for their tough stance on Democrats, but even they couldn't help but point out the imbalance.
Side by side, and while by no means are we equating the two performances last night, it is also true that at times both Trump and Harris fell short of giving straightforward answers to questions about how exactly they would run the country. Vice President Harris began the debate by punting the first question on the economy.
Do you believe Americans are better off than they were 4 years ago?
So I was raised as a middle-class kid, and I am actually the only person on this stage who has a plan that is about lifting up the middle class and working people of America.
It went on from there. Despite the economy being the #1 issue facing the country, the sitting vice president generally reverted to talking points about a few of her policy proposals. Even Harris allies today are saying that she needs to talk more about what she will do for Americans if elected.
Kamala Harris has a track record of dodging tough questions and using vague talking points, and it was no different on debate night. When asked about crucial issues like immigration, crime, and the economy, Kamala danced around the answers, and the moderators just let it slide. It's obvious that Harris was getting a free pass, and that just adds to the growing perception that she's being protected by the establishment. But it wasn't just the media calling this out. Let's talk about the reaction from undecided voters. Undecided voters were watching closely, and many of them came away unimpressed. In post-debate interviews and focus groups, people said that Kamala comes off as fake and scripted. She avoided answering any direct questions, and her responses were so polished that they felt rehearsed. One voter even said that Kamala's performance felt like political theater. And honestly, it's not hard to see why.
Yeah. She wasn't very specific when asked certain things. She skirted around certain issues, but she knows how to pull at your heartstrings. She knows how to be dramatic in a way that will touch the heart of Americans while avoiding the hot button questions.
Okay, you want to say something about that?
I was gonna say, yeah, she put a good performance for the people watching at home, but ultimately she and President Joe Biden has been in office for 3 years now, going on 4 years, and they have yet to do anything. Executive orders have been signed, all these policies that she's saying she's going to implement on day one of presidency. Why did she have to wait until, January 20th to do that?
Did this actually mean something to you? In the back, stand up.
Hi, my name is Shelley. I'm also standing, so. I think, I came into this with an open mind. I really, really wanted Vice President Harris to hit it out of the park. I don't think she did. I think she did better than some people expected her to. The cackle was not there. I kept waiting for it, and it didn't come. But I still didn't get answers. I didn't get answers to fundamental questions that we need to know as voters. And we just keep getting circled around that.
Like what? What did you not get an answer to?
Her economic plans. What is an opportunity economy? What does that mean? Who's paying for the tax cuts that she's proposing? Because in my opinion, giving people down payment assistance on houses just drives inflation up higher. Who's paying for all of these child tax credits? That's just the taxpayers coming out of pocket and hurting the middle class again.
When you're protected by moderators and possibly fed the questions in advance, it's easy to avoid the tough spots. But voters aren't stupid. They can tell when someone is being genuine and when someone is just playing a part. And right now, Kamala Harris isn't convincing many of them that she's the real deal. Now let's circle back to this potential whistleblower from ABC. If it's true that Kamala was given the debate questions ahead of time, this could blow the whole debate process wide open. And it would raise serious questions about media bias and integrity. But the bigger issue is this. Why does Kamala need the extra help? If she's such a strong candidate, why the protection? Why avoid the hard questions? There are already rumblings that this whistleblower could come forward soon, and if they do, the fallout could be huge. ABC would have a lot to answer for, and Kamala Harris would face even more scrutiny.
News, an alleged ABC whistleblower affidavit notarized the day before the debate claims the vice president was given the debate questions in advance and was promised that the former president would be the only candidate fact-checked. These allegations were shared on X, with the whistleblower's attorney set to release a redacted version of the affidavit this weekend to protect their identity. The source noted, "In my NDA agreement, they have until September 15th by 4 p.m. to get me the redacted version. If I don't receive it, I'm able to release the full unredacted version. This person is showing immense bravery, so I won't put pressure on them since their job, family, and safety are at risk." The alleged affidavit claims several factors were orchestrated by the Harris campaign and ABC News to favor the vice president, including an agreement to avoid fact-checking her while more aggressively scrutinizing Trump. The ex-user also claimed that Gateway Pundit may release a joint story when the affidavit is cleared and called on other whistleblowers to come forward. He's also claimed to have already received death threats and messages from attorneys threatening legal action, but remains undeterred, stating, "You can bring me to court, you can threaten my life, but y'all can pound sand. I'm releasing it, and I'll do as I said." ABC has yet to issue a formal response, but if the allegations are proven true, the implications for ABC News, the moderators, and of course the vice president could be enormously serious.
So what do you think? What Kamala Harris shielded by the debate moderators? Do you think there's any truth to this whistleblower's claims that she got the questions in advance? Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. As always, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates on this story. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.